Welcome. Travel after 70 can be one of the greatest joys in life. Visiting grandkids across the country, seeing places you've always dreamed of, or finally enjoying the freedom of a schedule that's all your own. But what many don't realize is that travel at this stage of life requires a different kind of planning, one that takes your health, safety, and daily needs into careful account. You've likely already thought about packing medications or booking the right flights, but it's often not the obvious things that cause problems. It's the hidden ones, things most travelers don't see coming until it's too late. For example, the CDC reports that seniors are at significantly higher risk of medical emergencies during travel, not because they're careless, but because common routines, like taking a daily blood pressure pill or going for a short walk, get disrupted. And those small disruptions can lead to bigger consequences in unfamiliar places. The truth is, after 70, even simple travel hiccups can snowball. Whether it's a swollen ankle on a plane, a missed dose of a heart medication, or a fall in a hotel bathroom that isn't senior-friendly. In this video, you'll learn the 5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70, risks that often get overlooked until they become serious. But more importantly, we'll go over how to stay ahead of them with practical, expert-backed solutions. You'll hear real stories from seniors across the U.S. People like Robert, a 76-year-old from Ohio, whose trip to California took a dangerous turn because of something as simple as dehydration. Or Joyce from Florida, who thought she was just feeling tired on day 3 of her cruise, but was actually experiencing altitude-related fatigue no one warned her about. You deserve to explore the world with confidence and comfort. If staying healthy, independent, and informed while enjoying your golden years is important to you, consider subscribing for more helpful updates. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so you're always the first to know when a new video goes live. Now let's get started. Hidden danger number 1, medication mishaps. When you're traveling, your daily routine is one of the first things to shift. But for seniors, even small changes, like a skipped dose or a delayed refill, can have serious health consequences. Medications are timed to your body's rhythm, and when time zones, airport delays, or even lost luggage disrupt that rhythm, it can affect your blood pressure, heart rate, sleep, or insulin levels. And if your medications are stored in the wrong conditions or packed where you can't access them, the risks multiply quickly. Janet, a 72-year-old from Tucson, Arizona, knows this all too well. She and her husband had been looking forward to their Alaskan cruise for months. The day they set sail, she realized she forgot to pack her heart medication. At first, she wasn't worried. After all, cruise ships have doctors on board. But when she visited the medical office, they told her they didn't carry that particular medication. She began feeling dizzy by the second evening. On day 3, her symptoms worsened, and she had to be airlifted from the ship. What started as a dream vacation turned into an emergency evacuation, all because of one missing prescription. To prevent that from happening to you, there are a few simple, reliable steps you can take. First, use a pill organizer labeled not just by day, but by time of day. If you're traveling across time zones, adjust your schedule accordingly. Your body still expects your meds at the regular interval, even if your watch says otherwise. Always carry your medications in your carry-on bag, not your checked luggage. Bags can get delayed or lost, and you don't want your health riding on a suitcase. It's also wise to bring a printed list of your medications, including the name, dosage, and time you take them. In case of an emergency, this helps doctors or pharmacists get you what you need faster. Ask your pharmacist if any of your medications require special storage, especially if you take insulin or other temperature-sensitive prescriptions. You might need an insulated travel bag or cooling pouch. Pack extra doses, at least 3 to 5 days worth. Weather delays, missed flights, or even a late train can change your itinerary in an instant. With extra pills on hand, you're not scrambling for help in a strange city or foreign country. Here's something else many travelers don't think about. Are your medications even legal or available at your destination? Regulations differ across countries, and even between U.S. states in some cases. Before you go, double-check with your doctor or pharmacist. Have you checked whether your medications are allowed and accessible where you're going? It's a small step, but one that can make a big difference in your peace of mind. Taking control of your medication routine doesn't take much time, but it protects your entire trip. Hidden danger number 2, Blood clots, DVT, from long sitting. Extended sitting during travel, especially on long-haul flights or cross-country drives, can silently put older adults at risk for something most people don't associate with sitting: blood clots, specifically deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. It happens when blood pools in the lower legs and forms a clot, often unnoticed. But if that clot moves up to the lungs, it can become a pulmonary embolism, a serious, potentially life-threatening condition. Walter, a 76-year-old retiree from Tallahassee, Florida, had no idea he was in danger when he boarded his 10-hour flight to Rome. He'd taken long flights before and figured he'd simply rest and watch a few movies. 2 days after landing, he felt a dull ache in his left leg that wouldn't go away. Later that evening, he started having trouble catching his breath. By midnight, he was in an Italian emergency room being treated for a pulmonary embolism. The doctors told him it likely formed during the flight. Something as simple as standing up and moving every hour could have made all the difference. To lower your risk, plan short movement breaks throughout your travel day. On a plane, get up every 1 to 2 hours and walk the aisle for a few minutes, even if it's just a lap or two. If you're traveling by car or bus, pull over at a rest stop and stretch your legs. While seated, do simple exercises like ankle rolls and calf raises to keep your blood flowing. These subtle movements go a long way in preventing clots from forming. Compression socks are another smart tool. They apply gentle pressure to your legs and help circulate blood more efficiently. Before using them, check with your doctor to make sure they're safe for your specific health needs. And while it's tempting to sip coffee or wine to pass the time, these drinks can dehydrate you, which thickens your blood and raises your clot risk. Instead, opt for water and sip regularly throughout your journey. Blood clots often go unnoticed until they become a problem, but small intentional movements and hydration can help keep your trip safe and your health on track. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever faced an unexpected challenge while traveling? Please share your experience in the comments below so we can all learn from one another. If these tips have been useful to you so far, please give this video a like and consider sharing it with someone who enjoys traveling as much as you do. Your support helps more seniors stay safe and informed on their journeys. Let's keep the conversation going. Hidden danger number 3, dehydration and heat stroke. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. Add to that certain medications, like diuretics or blood pressure pills, and the risk of dehydration increases significantly. Now place that situation in a hot travel destination like Palm Springs, Las Vegas, or Phoenix, and what starts as a simple afternoon stroll can quickly turn into a dangerous medical emergency. Carol, a 74-year-old from Buffalo, New York, had always dreamed of visiting Palm Springs. She booked her trip in July, not realizing just how extreme the desert heat can be. On her second day, she spent the afternoon browsing outdoor boutiques and markets. She didn't feel particularly thirsty, so she didn't stop for water. A few hours later, she felt lightheaded, disoriented, and shaky. Moments after sitting down to rest, she collapsed. Paramedics told her she was severely dehydrated and on the verge of heat stroke. She had no idea how quickly it could hit. For seniors, dehydration doesn't always come with the usual warning signs. You may not feel dry or thirsty, but your body still needs water to regulate temperature, maintain energy, and protect your organs. That's why it's important to stay ahead of it. One of the easiest ways is to set a timer on your phone or watch to remind you to sip water every hour, even if you don't feel like it. Keep a refillable water bottle with you at all times. It's a simple habit that builds awareness and consistency. If you're sightseeing or exploring outdoors, aim to go early in the morning or later in the evening, avoiding peak sun hours between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. During those times, try to stay indoors or in shaded areas. What you wear also makes a big difference. Choose light-colored, loose-fitting clothing that lets your skin breathe, and always wear a wide-brimmed hat to shield your face and neck from direct sunlight. These small adjustments can significantly reduce your risk of heat exhaustion or worse. Here's something to consider. When was the last time you drank water just because you knew you needed to, not because you felt thirsty? That habit alone could protect you on your next trip. Dehydration is quiet, and by the time symptoms show up, your body may already be in distress. But with mindful hydration and simple precautions, you can enjoy warm destinations safely and comfortably. Hidden danger number 4, falling in unfamiliar environments. New surroundings can be exciting, but they can also be disorienting, especially when it comes to where you walk, sleep, and move around. Hotel rooms, rental properties, busy sidewalks, or even relatives' guest rooms can present hidden hazards you'd never face at home. And for seniors, that unfamiliarity raises the risk of a fall, a risk that's far more serious than many realize. Harold, a 78-year-old from Portland, Oregon, was visiting his granddaughter in Chicago. He booked a charming Airbnb near downtown and was looking forward to exploring the city. But on his first night, he got up to use the bathroom and didn't turn on the overhead light, thinking he'd manage by memory. What he didn't see was a small step between the hallway and bathroom. In the dark, he lost his balance, slipped, and fractured his hip. His relaxing family trip quickly turned into an unexpected hospital stay and months of physical therapy. Falls are the leading cause of injury in older adults, according to the CDC. And while many take fall prevention seriously at home, they don't always bring those habits on the road. That's why it's so important to prepare your environment before something happens. One simple step: pack a small plug-in nightlight in your travel bag. As soon as you check into your hotel or rental, place it in the bathroom or hallway. It takes up hardly any space but can make all the difference during nighttime trips. Shoes also matter. Choose supportive, non-slip footwear, not just for walking tours, but for walking across hotel tile or slick floors. If stairs are difficult, request a ground floor room or ask for one near the elevator when booking your stay. Hotels are usually very accommodating when you ask ahead. And when it comes to luggage, don't risk injury by dragging heavy bags through airports or hotel lobbies. Use rolling suitcases and ask for help when needed. Airports and hotels have staff for that exact reason. If you're heading somewhere with a lot of walking, like Boston's Freedom Trail or a museum-heavy city like Washington, D.C., stick to well-maintained, even pathways. And most importantly, don't rush. Give yourself plenty of time to navigate unfamiliar spaces safely. These small adjustments can turn an accident waiting to happen into a trip that's comfortable, safe, and truly enjoyable. Hidden danger number 5, scams and security risks. Traveling opens the door to new adventures, but for seniors, it can also open the door to opportunistic scammers who are ready to take advantage of distractions, confusion, and kindness. From fake helpers to misleading signs or payment systems, these scams are often subtle, fast, and deeply upsetting. Margaret, 79, from Des Moines, Iowa, had just arrived at Penn Station in New York City. She was greeted by a man in a jacket who looked official and offered to help her with her bags. She was relieved. Juggling luggage and navigating a busy station wasn't easy. She handed him her rolling suitcase and her purse while she adjusted her coat. Within seconds, he was gone. So was her wallet, phone, and itinerary. She was left alone and shaken in a city she didn't know. Unfortunately, scammers often look for travelers who appear unsure or overwhelmed, and seniors tend to be targeted more than others. The best defense is preparation and awareness. For starters, avoid oversharing your plans on social media. Even simple posts like "off to Paris" can signal that you're away from home and potentially vulnerable, both abroad and at home. When it comes to getting around, only use verified rideshare apps or official taxi stands. Never accept a ride from someone who approaches you at the curb or inside a terminal. It's also wise to keep a paper copy of your ID, passport, and important phone numbers in a separate location from the originals. That way, if anything is lost or stolen, you're not starting from zero. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash. Instead, rely on credit cards with fraud protection features. They're easier to track, replace, and dispute if something goes wrong. When you do carry cash, divide it among different pockets or bags so you're never left completely empty-handed if a wallet is taken. Being polite and trusting is not a weakness. It's part of what makes many seniors wonderful travelers. But staying alert, asking questions, and slowing down before accepting help or making a payment can protect you from situations that ruin more than just a day. Have you or someone you know ever been targeted while traveling? Share your story in the comments. It might help someone else stay safer on their next trip. Before you head off to book your next getaway, let's take a moment to quickly recap the 5 hidden dangers we covered today. Starting with the one most likely to sneak up on you: medication mishaps. A simple packing oversight or time zone change can seriously throw off your routine, so keeping meds organized and accessible is key. Then we touched on the silent threat of blood clots from long hours of sitting. Just a few simple stretches and regular movement can lower your risk dramatically. From there, we moved into the heat, literally. Dehydration and heat stroke don't always give you much warning, especially if you're not in the habit of drinking water often. And if you're heading somewhere warm, that habit becomes even more essential. Next came one of the most common risks for older adults: falling in unfamiliar places. Whether it's dim lighting in a hotel room or uneven sidewalks in a historic city, being proactive about your surroundings can make all the difference. And finally, scams and security risks. They can happen fast, and they often catch people off guard. Staying cautious and informed gives you a better chance of avoiding costly mistakes. Now here's the empowering part. Every one of these can be prevented. It doesn't take luck or youth, just a little preparation and awareness. Your years of experience are a powerful asset. Use them, ask questions, plan ahead, and stay curious, just not careless. If this video helped you feel more confident about traveling, hit the like button so we know what's working. Got a story or a tip of your own? Share it in the comments. Your advice could protect someone else. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. We're here to keep you strong, sharp, and living life to the fullest, one smart step at a time.